The Age of Terror, also known as the era of modern terrorism, is a period that started in the late 20th century and continues to this day. It is characterized by a rise in terrorism as a tactic to achieve political, religious, or ideological goals, and it has had a significant impact on global politics and society. In this script, we will explore the origins and evolution of terrorism, the impact it has had on the world, and how governments and societies have responded to this threat. Origins of terrorism. Terrorism as a tactic is not new, and it has been used throughout history to achieve political objectives. However, the origins of modern terrorism can be traced back to the late 19th century and early 20th century, when anarchist groups in Europe and the United States began using violence as a means to achieve their goals. The assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria-Hungary by a Serbian nationalist in 1914 is considered to be the first act of modern terrorism. In the decades that followed, terrorist groups emerged around the world, motivated by various causes, including nationalism, religion, and ideology. The Palestine Liberation Organization, PLO, was founded in 1964 with the aim of establishing an independent Palestinian state, while the Red Army faction, RAF, in Germany sought to overthrow the capitalist system. The Irish Republican Army, IRA, waged a decades-long campaign for independence from British rule, while in South Africa, the African National Congress, ANC, fought against apartheid. Impact of terrorism. Terrorism has had a profound impact on global politics and society. The attacks on September 11, 2001, in the United States, which killed nearly 3,000 people, were a turning point in the fight against terrorism. They led to a global war on terror, with the United States and its allies launching military campaigns in Afghanistan and Iraq. The war on terror has also led to increased surveillance and security measures around the world, as governments seek to prevent future attacks. Terrorism has also had a significant impact on society. It has created fear and anxiety among people, and it has changed the way we live our lives. Air travel, for example, has become much more difficult and time-consuming, with strict security measures in place at airports. The rise of online propaganda and recruitment has also made it easier for terrorist groups to radicalize and recruit individuals. Response to terrorism. Governments and societies have responded to the threat of terrorism in various ways. Some have taken a hard-line approach, with increased surveillance and security measures, and aggressive military action against terrorist groups. Others have pursued a more diplomatic approach, seeking to address the root causes of terrorism, such as poverty, political oppression, and religious extremism. The response to terrorism has also been shaped by debates over civil liberties and human rights. Critics of the war on terror argue that it has led to the erosion of civil liberties, including the right to privacy and due process. They argue that the use of torture, targeted killings, and indefinite detention without trial violates international law and undermines the values of democracy and human rights. Conclusion. The Age of Terror has been a challenging period in human history, with the rise of modern terrorism posing a significant threat to global peace and security. However, it has also led to a renewed focus on international cooperation, as countries work together to prevent future attacks and to address the root causes of terrorism. It has also highlighted the importance of human rights and civil liberties in the fight against terrorism, as governments seek to strike a balance between security and freedom. The challenge for the future is to find ways to address the threat of terrorism while upholding the values and principles that underpin our societies.